One of the aims of this project is can we provide or present to the farmer an alternative way of farming where we can bring down his costs quite markedly while at the same time improve the animal performance, both in terms of live weight gain, the quality of the meat that's going into the supermarkets and the benefits of that to human health, but also most importantly do that at a much less cost to the farmer. So the increasing debt level that a lot of farmers have at the moment is going to come down. This particular manual, a field guide called the Visual Soil Assessment Method, enables lay people, farmers, what have you, to quite effectively assess the condition of the soil for themselves without having to bring in, if you like, an expert in to do it. They just go through the indicators that are outlined in this particular manual for the soil, which is the first part, and then in the second part it goes on to pasture performance, pasture quality. But one of the first indicators is the soil structure, and in this particular page there are 3 comparative photographs that are given on soil structure, and if your soil is dominated by fine aggregates such as we have here with very few large clods, then it has good soil structure. At the other end of the scale, if it's dominated by large clods with very few fines, it has poor soil structure. And something that is moderate is 50-50, the coarse and the fines. And the technique takes the user through a particular process how to determine that structure. So if we look at this particular soil here, obviously it's if we drop that according to the methodology, we would have a dominance of fine material that we have here, which is telling you that it has good soil structure, it's a good rooting medium, good moisture availability, good supply of nutrients potentially to the root system. Just for a reason that having good structure has good aeration, a good rooting medium, etc. And what I'd like to show with these 2 particular samples, this one was taken from the fence line just 20 metres away, under the fence line, and what we want to do is compare the colour under the fence line with the colour of the soil in the field, and we're looking for a colour difference. As you can see, there's very little colour difference between this field site and under the fence line, which is telling us that when we are not losing soil carbon from the grazing management that's taking place. Potentially we could be actually increasing soil carbon because of the management practices that are now taking place in the last 3.5 years on this particular profile. And we can go again to this particular book, looking at the page on soil colour, and again we're comparing the soil colour in the field with that under the fence line, and if there's no change in soil colour, then we give it a score of 2. If there's a significant change in soil colour, we give it a score of 0. It's in poor condition, or again we have a moderate condition in between. And in a pastoral system, that change in soil colour is almost always because of 2 reasons. One is the change in soil carbon that can be taking place. It could be increasing, staying the same, or decreasing. And you can pick that up visually through the colour. Another reason in pastoral systems for a colour change is the loss of soil aeration, where through pugging damage or whatever, we can actually lose aeration, and as a result the colour will change from a nice brown or black colour to a grey colour, and that can commonly take place. So we need to identify which is happening, either the loss of soil aeration or the other factor that I mentioned before. So the soil colour is very, very important, and it gives us a good handle on the whole story of potential carbon sequestration. And that's one of the reasons why in this particular project we want to determine quantitatively what the soil carbon levels are doing. Are they going up? Are they staying the same? Or are they actually decreasing? And if they're decreasing, the farm management system is actually what we call carbon negative, It's, that is, the carbon levels are actually decreasing under that management process. On the other hand, if the carbon levels are increasing, then the soil is carbon positive because of the management practices that are taking place.
This book's a must for everybody. Every farmer should have one of these books and be taking it out and looking at his pasture, because that's where the production starts. I think we all should be always learning, and we don't, and there's such good information out there to learn about your soils, because by having our healthy, lively soils, we'll have healthy, lively pastures, and obviously spins off into our cattle. So it's very, very important to know your soils and know how you can improve on the soil qualities and the worms, and on it goes, the whole cycle.